Hello, my learning community class. I hope things are going well in your Intro to Social Welfare. You're doing fine in this class. I've really enjoyed your work in the discussion boards, your introduction to us, your choice, your motivations for choosing the profession. I've been very impressed with your ease of spirit. The words you write in the discussion boards and how you express yourself verbally have been really good. If you've noticed that this COM 101 class is just full of speeches, that's what we do. We practice our oral communication skills. It's connected to your Intro to Social Welfare to bring you together as a community, and hopefully you share a common interest so the topics are interesting to you and that you learn from each other. You know, to teach is to learn twice. So every time you express something to a group, you are actually saying it to yourself and reinforcing some of your beliefs or ideas. Now I'm going to go to our class right now. Let me move this around. Here is our calendar. And as you can see when you look on the calendar on our course space, that it is every other week there seems to be another presentation to do. They just keep coming. And this is building a relationship with your written communication in Intro to Social Welfare, and now you get to use your verbal skills. Even in the introduction, that was a speech, and you handled it beautifully. Right to the camera, good posture, good voice quality, good eye contact, delivery. That's what I'm looking for. And then the first speech, the one about choosing your motivations for choosing the profession, you spoke from the heart. Every one of you did this assignment so well. Genuine from you. That's what I'm asking you to do for the next one, for the information speech. Then we had the journal. Those were fun. And boy, you had some great insights. You are very good writers. As a group, you're very good writers. So now we have the information speech. You say, well, what are you supposed to do? You can pick your topic. You've read chapter 15 in the text. You know this from your English classes, that this is very similar to a short essay, but it's verbal. You have much more leeway in the verbal. You do not have to worry about punctuation or spelling, but you have the tools of your voice, your eye contact, your emotions, everything that goes into expressing your message in a very human way. But you have that gift. You'll be doing this in any type of human service role you pick, and the more practice you get, you can transfer those skills into the workplace. This whole semester for our class is one big practice. So over here is where it says it. So when you look, you're going to say, what other speeches do we have? Just look at the calendar. And then in another 2 weeks, we'll have a persuasive speech. And then we're going to have an interview, which can be fun. And then we have a little bit of a break, and then we have the final word presentation. Now, as you're doing assignments for Professor Heaney, you can connect those assignments to our class. So please do not hesitate to use the same research that went into one of your presentations for Professor Heaney for our class. That's the purpose, to use that, to have that dual intention. So over here I have, and this is week 5, I have the informative speech handout that pretty much goes with what chapter 15 spoke about. And then this other handout here that's encouraging you to think through, oh, it's not opening, oh yeah it is. Oh, think through your own thoughts, like what happened in Professor Heaney's class that inspired you to speak? Is it on speaking about your values? Maybe you've been inspired by the first speeches we had that were more formal on choosing, motivations for choosing the profession. Maybe some of you want to speak about advocacy, or what is special education, or what is foster care all about? How does it work? You can speak from your own experiences, but you can also do research if that is something you're interested in. So, and then I added a few more things here, but this is just suggestion guide. If you're thinking, what can I do? Try to think of something that came to you naturally while you were studying for Professor Heaney, something that gave you that feeling of connection, that you said, I think I can do this. We're right back here to the voice thread. Here's the little instructions here. Make sure you save and submit, and then you go into it. and then you launch. See, this is how I would do it, but I don't know what the student view looks like, so don't get too confused by this. I'm hoping you see the instructions here, and once you fully submit it, then you can get into the student gallery and to see your other peers. So you can read your instructions and make sure you save and submit, and it's done. And please do not put the pressure on yourself to be perfect with this. This could be, I know some of you probably do your videos 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before you pass them in, but trying to be too perfect can sometimes change that spontaneity and that feeling of connection. So make sure you do that this week. And we have this PowerPoint here. This is when you go back into the classroom and you might see people doing PowerPoints, right? And I love the title, How to Avoid Death by PowerPoint, because I have been so bored by PowerPoints. They're just way too much. But if you want to do one of your speeches for us with a PowerPoint and you can video it and you can send it to us, it's fine with me. It all depends on how you want to go about it. I don't want to make more work for you. I really don't. We're not in the classroom. I want you to do ease of operation. And this last video here, which is not really assigned, but it's the History Channel's, it says the secrets of body language, which really should be the secrets of nonverbal, really good to watch. So as you can probably tell, that with our textbook, which is 10 pages, and really I have you looking at the vocabulary in the textbook, right? This week we're talking about visual aids. And the discussion boards. This class doesn't take up a huge amount of your time. The amount of your time is going to be in creating your presentations. So Professor Heaney's class really should have the mother load of the academic work. And our class should just be like the icing on the cake to reinforce what you're already learning there and practicing your verbal skills. Some of you have beautiful verbal skills. Either you were born this way or you've been practicing for so long. I know like Melissa, who is an advocate right now and studying to be an advocate. She has verbal skills, right? But she's had to. Look how she raised her son and what she had to do to speak up for him. So sometimes necessity creates this opportunity to practice. So if this class is easy, just get the work done. Just get it in. All right, this is Joyce Fernandez. My voice has sounded like this since September of 2019. They can't seem to crack the code why I'm constantly have sinus issues. So I'm sorry for the squeaky voice. But I want you to do well. I want you to succeed. I want to see your speeches. I enjoy them so much. I know easy for me to say, right? And if you don't see them in the student gallery, that means you have not properly submitted your presentation. So please call the Site Lab. I've given the number a few times, but use it. Use it. They will help you. They really will. I'm looking on my wall right here. 774-357-2081. Don't hesitate. That's what they're there for. All right, everyone, I hope you're having a good night. I'm just encouraging you to do the information speeches. And don't think of them as like a major assignment, something you've already worked on in Professor Heaney's class, or even just a conversation you're going to have with the audience, just like you did with your last speech. I do not worry about research sources with this group because I know you're authentic. I know you're not going to say something you're making up. This is a good community of like-minded, very bright women. I'll talk to you again soon.